printed.
The second set of B-roll.
All right, get those whiteboards up. Get those whiteboards up. We're running out of time. We got to get some predictions in. So after all of this discussion, Mimi's wasting no time. She's throwing her weight behind Na'Vi.
I clearly put a lot of effort into this drawing, but yeah, I think they're going to win this match.
In a dominant fashion, we go the full 5.
Sure.
What are you thinking?
I think that there will be at least a map taken here for Fnatic. I think this match should be close, but I think Na'Vi's the favorite.
Okay, for me, it's the viewers. The viewers are gonna win.
Yeah, well, you're not wrong.
But also Na'Vi.
But also Na'Vi.
Two cop-outs.
Double cop-out. High Pac, bring it home.
It's not a cop-out, it's a Na'Vi!
It's lucky because my drawing is all. Yeah, I'm sticking to my guns.
I'm actually kind of impressed.
Is me saying Fnatic can take a map of
I started a little too high there.
Same question to you that I gave to Mimi, though. Do you think we go that can Fnatic take it to 5 and make it close, or?
I think we will see a long series. Yeah, I'm thinking minimum 3-1.
I'm 3-1 with you as well.
Minimum 3-1, 3-1, and
I'm also 3-1.
3-1. Well, look, I fought for 5 games yesterday. The team's delivered. I'm fighting for 5 again today, regardless of who comes out on top. So I hope they give it to us. We got one EMEA team heading to the grand finals tomorrow. Will it be Na'Vi or Fnatic? That's really the big question. We've broken down so many of the beautiful individual matchups. We got Boaster, we got Angel, we got CNED, and we've Durka, thank you very much. I just lost my brain for a moment. Let's find out, though, if we can get that full 5 games as we get this best of 5 started. Day 14 of lock-in starts right now. It's an EMEA battle for the ages. A grudge match through and through. Fnatic on one side, Na'Vi on the other. Only one gets to make the trip to the finals tomorrow to challenge Loud for that international title. My big question, though, is what's Boaster cooking up?
It better be something, because I think they have their work cut out for him here. Obviously, everybody here on the desk feeling like Na'Vi have the upper hand. Boaster himself saying, like, I didn't know what to do in this previous series. He needs to have something cooked up here to deal with this team.
I counter that with this roster now being the super team. I don't think we're going to see Fnatic pulling out, quirky comps or anything like that. I think they're just going to stick to their guns with what we've seen demonstrated previously here in Brazil.
I think the initial game plan has to be good, but where this matchup is going to be important when it gets to the late round, when it skitsy adaptation, because in the past, that's where Boaster's Calling has struggled against Angels.
We're diving into the map select. I always have curiosities when neither team has yet to drop a map in the series, when neither team has really been pushed that far. How do you approach, especially as you elevate from 3 to best of 5?
Oh, well, actually, just to
Quickly divert off away from this. Navi's talking about being Haven, but they're taking Icebox off the cards here for Fnatic, so maybe not liking what they've seen so far, and actually Fnatic going to open up with it.
Okay, no surprise then. They pick that Haven if you're going to leave it open.
Last year, when we saw this matchup, every time Navi would want to ego chow this Icebox, not ban it, go into that matchup.
The one time they did beat Fnatic, though, they banned that map away. Haven as a start is a strong one for Fnatic, but go into that matchup. The one time they did beat Fnatic, though, they failed, though, which we haven't seen from Fnatic just yet.
We will get to see them selected as well.
Yeah, so another comfort pick for Fnatic there in Fracture. Those are the 3 maps that we're guaranteed to see. Haven, Lotus, Fracture. Split will be the response, though, if we manage to go to 4.
I am interested to see Split being picked this early. I was expecting that one to be really floated deep into this veto, because Ascent is still open. And for Na'Vi, that is normally a map that they love picking into early in series.
Well, yesterday, Ascent was our decider. It will be that again if we're lucky to get all 5.
Yeah, I feel like the later this goes, the more it leans in favor of Na'Vi. So if we do see all 5 here, I feel like Ascent is almost a home run for Na'Vi to close out this series.
While I'm interested in seeing Fnatic and what they're going to do on Lotus, as well as see if Na'Vi can have cleaned it up, I am a little bit concerned about this Haven, because we did see Furia pushing Fnatic to the brink.
Yes,
they had a really
we did.
clean start, 13-6 versus Sentinels. Then they get pushed into an 18-16 overtime to have to take down Furia. They're in their map pick. I want to see if they've improved the strategies here, or if Na'Vi, had they left this open because they think they can counter-strat.
Moving right along, we're already into our prime gaming agent select to see what each of these rosters wants to bring to the table when it comes to their firepower and utility.
Thus far, no changes on the side of Fnatic. It has been a while since we've seen Na'Vi on this map, but it looks like they're picking into a pretty standard comp here. The double initiator composition really centered around finding CNET value in the early rounds. You won't have that raise for long gambits, but you will have CNET to take that space.
Exactly. I think this is just the adjustment we expect from Na'Vi is the way they approach A lobby on the defensive side. And with CNET on that operator, this comp is literally built as a support system for him.
Map number 1 really does set us up for this Durka versus CNET matchup being absolutely pivotal.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. We're all set for this best of 5 series between Fnatic and Na'Vi, so let's send it over to our casters. Here's Doug and Bala.
Thank you, Dash. A battle of the best from EMEA with the date against Loud on the line in a best-of-5 setting. The map pool looks good. The storylines write themselves. This is what we've been waiting for as we saw these two teams on this same side of the bracket.
Yeah, this is just going to be amazing. Both teams in raw form, 6-0 maps. They haven't dropped one up to this point, so we just couldn't wait to get started. And I also want to say, we already have a guaranteed repeat player winner for a tournament of this level, so this couldn't be more exciting to get into. Fnatic will start on the defense, Na'Vi will start on the attack.
And it seems like the attack is going to be a lean towards A early on. We've talked too much about the battle between CNET and Durka, and it is Durka who's taking first contact, and of course he drops Shao right off the bat, but the trade comes through.
Immediate trade, but they've lost their smokes, and not even Heaven smoked. So it's going to be hard for them to work in this site. They're going to give a flash to CNET. He's looking for something.
Oh, and he might find it! But Leo's looking for some of his own. Boaster's the first to fall. Chronicle swinging around, and it's a pinch. CNET had no options. He had nowhere to go.
Only 20 HP.
And it does not look good for Alpha here. He's going to show up a bit late to the party. By the time he arrives, the spike will be down, post plants will be assumed, and the round will likely be decided.
Oh, unless Angel gives away his life.
He is a little weak here. 77 HP. He does have a frenzy. Suigetsu is taking damage as well.
Try-away peek here. They've got a triangle covering him. And he's darted too. Suigetsu wants it.
Sad spray.
So that was tough for him, though. That entire round, he was not sure whether to rotate or not.
Yeah.
Fnatic had flooded in the site. They had canceled the smokes. But it wasn't clear whether Na'Vi was actually going to commit, even once CNET dashed into the site.
Right.
So Alfir has to hold his ground over towards the seaside, and you can give him
as much rope as you want. That's really tough for him to win no matter what.
Classic Na'Vi buy after winning the pistol. 3 rifles and then 2 pistols. Suigetsu with the 3-0 start, too.
Yeah, that's huge. His flank up short late, also super important. You think that's an A heavy lean. Derek with the Sheriff again. He did get that one tap earlier on the pistol rounds.
Playing around the dart. Trying to spam out under the wall. He is going to get tagged by the drone and has to back up just for now.
And this is going to be interesting. Na'Vi doesn't have the breach. They don't really have the same tools to fight for a lobby.
Yeah.
But they still have gone here twice, despite Chronicle being able to stun easily and set up Durka very well.
You feel like you lack the same amount of go button, so to speak, without breach in the fold. Now the knife being cleared out. There's still some time for them to think through this. A massive kill out from CNET too.
Just finding these early picks, and CNET getting going against Durka is super important. Both of these guys, the stars for their team, they have been playing so well. But the call from Angel to rotate back over to C after that first pick leads right into Boasters.
And Alphier with
Mostly
the shorty.
stack here. Everybody's here. There's already a kill out.
He gets one, he gets the second. There's no way. There's just no way.
And how do you pivot with 20 seconds on the clock?
I mean, you can't. You gotta commit, you gotta go.
Fnatic has won 0 eco rounds up to this point, but it's still a 3v3.
Alphier looking to change the tides of that. Not able to do so, falls. 9 seconds left, there's not a lot of time here. The rifles need to come through. 2v1 here, Leo weak, and the spike down. Leo waiting patiently to pounce to see who's gonna be the first to challenge, to potentially throw a life away. Oh! And Zipan gets 3. 1 HP at the end, though.
How does he survive that?
I don't know.
My goodness. That's the type of round that you really don't expect Na'Vi to struggle with. They've been so solid on the anti-ecos.
Dude, I thought Alphier was a little early on the swing, too.
I think that rush to it actually allowed him to get that second one, too, because everybody was so split up. I thought that range was insane to get that kill. Either way, Fnatic continue not to win any ecos, even though that one was very close. And it does kind of hurt Na'Vi when they go for that Na'Vi-esque buy. But they still have 4 rifles. It's just ridiculous, the staying power, no matter what happens on that eco.
Yeah, it's almost guaranteed. That wasn't. As Leo gets the best of CNED, that is one of the rifles down, too.
And the crazy part is Leo is what? 8-0 for first kills, the first deaths, make it 9-0.
That's criminal.
And you can tell he's taking duels against some of the best players in the world.
Yeah, he's not playing it safe, right? Like, he's being aggressive, taking those challenges.
Zipan trying to take some space towards Link, not able to do so. Spike planted, and they have Util sitting right on it, too.
No, there's a second molly that will deny a little bit. But there's no reflanks, no pressure from anywhere else. This is going to be a battle of spam.
It is. Numbers advantage in favor of Fnatic here. Chronicle does have a flash to work with, too. Boaster's going to be on the tap. Massive kill out from Alphier and from Leo. Boaster should be able to hold this the entire way. Xiao, who had nothing but a pistol to start off the round, gets cleaned up. Prime Gaming flawless. This Fnatic get on the board.
Perfect round.
I was a very excited fan.
And it all starts with Leo taking that duel against CNET. In those situations that, again, Fnatic is the tools to be taking those fights in a lobby. And Na'Vi has been pushing the issue every round so far. It's a major part of their game plan. We'll see if that has to change up early on in this game. So far, it's the same old story.
Yep.
Na'Vi playing this a bit patiently early on. But still wanting to take some space up short. Now that dart being cleared gives you some info on where the members of Na'Vi are.
So funny to see Xiao playing the controller here. It's the same switch that they do up on Pearl, where Angel will play the Sova, rather than Xiao playing the Initiator.
2 spotted there on that drone. The 3rd concealed, at least for now, but I wonder if that's enough. I wonder if that's enough of a tell.
There is a pivot coming from Fnatic.
Yeah, it's going to be on Alphier, depending on which way he decides to go. The rest of the members of Fnatic are on the side. Durka down in hell, bringing CNET down with them. Still staying alive, still healthy for now, as Boaster joins in on the fun. The spam through the box as Angel falls. Shao left in this 1v4. And he's being surrounded. He's being outnumbered. He's being gunned down. Durka with 3, and we're tied at 2 apiece.
But it's also broken the economy of Na'Vi, which starts so strong, but ends up right now they're going to have to save Durka having a monster start. He's had a monster start on every single Haven that Fnatic has seen.
The guy's just good for it, man.
He's on track for one of the best tournament performances of all time, despite how many people doubt.
Yeah.
Up there with 10s at Reykjavik, Yay at Masters Berlin, some of the more shortened formats. Granted, this is also a shortened format, but almost 280 ACS is ridiculous.
And he continues to push the pace.
I like that too, smoking as if he's falling back, but just going right through. But Angel takes care of him. That's all the way down short. I thought that was through Garage, but no, that was the fight on the other side of the mat that we just moved away, because it looked like for sure they were not going to challenge. But it was Angel getting up into the pocket in a lobby with no dart coming in from Leo there. Or at least being obscured from it. That's a great angle to fight down short.
And he's rewarded for a kill on the really the hottest player that we were just mentioning on the side of Fnatic.
And speaking of Fnatic struggles on ecos, Na'Vi has been dangerous on these rounds.
They're gonna get a chance at another. Alphayer, he's taking a lot of damage. He's trying to take the fight. He does take care of Zipan. CNET's timing just a little late. You try to dash through the suck, and he survives.
He hits out the gravity well, but they do even things up, so much damage being done on so many players.
I mean, this round just feels so tense
Because you would think it's normally all good. But as you were saying, Na'Vi have been so excellent in these situations.
25 seconds, they didn't even break that turret. That was the whole point that CNET was trying to challenge in the garage against Alpha earlier, so they've got all the information right now.
Note here, 3v3, Fnatic have lost 2 members, but no rifles have been picked up on the side of Na'Vi. They do not have an advantage on guns. They haven't been able to equalize the round. Alphayer takes care of 1, the second served up on a silver platter, and the 4th to boot. Alphayer cleans up the round almost by himself.
I would add Leo's dart there to end that round too. They're trying to wait for a smoke to come out and log so that they can maybe make a play through it. But how do you have the 15 seconds patience to wait out that dart with Alphayer backside? Oof. Dangerous, yes, but they deal with it. And it was that duel between Alphayer and CNET in Garage that I think was super pivotal to actually deny Angel's game plan entirely there.
No command use instantly, and the Dark had so much info.
But they won't have stun, they won't have flashes here to actually delay this push, so this is really dangerous here.
No, Durka's not here. Durka's on the other side of the map. He has an op, and Boaster somehow manages to swing around to get that kill. Leo holding things back on the side. He gets 3.
Things looking very reminiscent of that first map that we saw from Fnatic against Sentinels, where no matter how dire the situation looks for Leo, for Boaster, it ends up coming out that the last player remaining on that site gets all of the spoils for Fnatic.
And instantly they forced them back, reset their economy, and they've called a timeout. Na'Vi has to figure out how to adjust this game plan because, like I've said, it's been 5 rounds
of A-lobby presence at the beginning.
Yep.
And that one particularly, you saw the danger of walking into that. There was the breach stun that came out, the recon dart from Leo.
That tagged almost everyone.
That tagged everyone.
Yeah.
And I wonder if Zipan is the main guy to break that dart normally, but he had to activate his ult instead. I do like the use of the ult at the beginning of the round, because a lot of times, as you get later in this Haven half, the breach Chronicle will end up delaying his stun just a little bit more to maybe do it off of contact or set up a trap play.
Oh, and not to mention too, Durka has been aggressively taking that space down short, so you get rid of the dash if you want to isolate him specifically. 15 seconds left in this timeout. Na'Vi throwing a pause on things for now.
And this is definitely a Doom Bros timeout immediately.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's called during the eco rounds. And again, they have been dangerous in these rounds, but this is an overall game plan adjustment timeout. And I think you have to start working towards threatening the C-split, threatening the garage, threatening mid. Especially before Fnatic starts to pivot towards sending Durka down mid, because that has been so dangerous.
I mean, he was a fiend pushing down mid on defense last time we saw him on this map.
Against Furia, that was one of the main ways that they were getting back in the game. I don't think Fnatic want to lean on that against a team like Na'Vi, who are so good with the defaults, but it's obviously a threat.
All eyes on CNET. It is a Blade Storm. And we've talked about how good Na'Vi have been in these situations, but you really expect CNET to be the one to open things up.
Make some noise, Garage, drop a couple of cloud bursts. But again, look at how Fnatic are set up defensively. They haven't fully committed to this.
Boaster should get a good bit of info here, too.
Yeah, he's just peeking that corner.
One spotted.
Essentially taking Durka's position from the rest because he wants to opt towards C instead.
Leo is close by. The shock dart's there, but Boaster gets a kill right beforehand. Boaster with the second as well. 3 pistols remaining on the side of Na'Vi. Make that 2. And what can Sugetsu do? Nothing. What a clean round out from Fnatic.
It starts to become a point where you think they're honestly feeding into this A site, feeding into Leo, who has such a ridiculous start, 10-2.
I still don't think he's died first.
No, not even close. I think he's only taken 1 duel, but throughout this entire tournament, 9-0, including that one against CNET earlier. Here's the gun round. Here's where this pivot will matter. And also, look at Durka Chronicle. The position right now looks like they want to go down mid, like we talked about.
You know, you talked about it. They may be hesitant to do this against how well Navi's default is, but Fnatic showing confidence in that strategy, and he's going to get some space mid, but Navi taking C.
They've swapped the op to Alpha here too, so he's kind of stuck here. Leo has to join him.
There's no dash, and Tipan gets 2 massive kills. Alpha's shot goes just a bit wide as CNET cleans him up. A 5v2 now as the round just kind of crumbles. Spike delayed for just a moment. But as I say, second time should be the charm. What can Durka find? Are they going to be expecting his positioning? Are they going to be expecting his timing? Yeah, Sugetsu's there. He's ready. He's waiting for it, and that's a flawless round out from Na'Vi.
That's just a matter of, number one, the game plan pivot that Na'Vi did out of the timeout, conditioning them on the eco to not be super concerned about a rush coming through in the garage.
Yeah.
So using that very wisely. And then secondly, the gamble from Fnatic to send Durka down mid doesn't work out for them because you're rushing C. You're basically giving up a whole portion of the map. And Alpha has no way to actually challenge with the op and back sight when you're getting pushed as hard as you are.
Durka was just stuck in such an awkward spot. Do you commit to the flank? Do you rotate back? Both of those take time. On a fast hit, seconds are gold. It seems like there's going to be another fast hit towards C.
Alpha's stuck here.
Boaster's close by, though.
Whoa.
Alphair.
They're not paying attention.
And Leo, too. The Hunter's Fury's good. Sugetsu able to take care of Alphair. Drop the lockdown. And they still have a chance to rotate out here, but look at how much space Durka's taking.
CNET's kind of stuck with the spike.
How do they choose to play this? No one detained.
Oh, he made noise too.
But everyone around, and you're right. Betrayed by the footstep.
Look at the flank from Durka as well. That's with an op, so... with the ult going out now.
But that thing's been a long time cooking. He's got to get there. And you're not expecting it, yeah. Angel stuck with utility out. Chronicle cleans up the round.
Fnatic full sails ahead.
What a solid round there from Leo and Fnatic.
Recognizing, okay, they're going for some fast garage control here. Alpha just gonna play in an angle that, yes, does make him super isolated. And also, no way to escape. It feels like a one and done there, but with Leo's ult coming in, off of whatever noise contact that they had, the chaos that is actually going down in garage forces Alpha here to get a kill. It's honestly free for him.
Literally was. It was a turret that got it.
And so much damage too. No way to recover in the chaos that was.
Pop flash out, CNET taking space. They want to try to test the waters across the middle of the map. Boaster knife, he's not going to have any util. He's been darted too. Boaster in a terrible spot, and CNET punishes. And it seems like they filled in right behind him. Look at how Chronicle's taking the space that Boaster just vacated. Can he find more success? Yes, he can.
They have to fall out with the lockdown too, and people are split here. Zippon did not get into window. So they have to try to find a way to vacate him from that spot.
A momentary lull in the round as everything just kind of resets.
They check though.
I don't think they do. Oh, they do! Oh, they do, but it doesn't matter. How much more can he find? Hello, surprise, there's someone there! How does Zipan get that one?
And Durka has the wrong read. So just walking over, let Zipan play his life in the 3v3 works out. That's the level of trust that any player in this server can have about their teammates.
Yeah.
Both of these teams just stacked from top to bottom with talent.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a number of players that are having their best tournament performance of their life.
Yeah.
Zippon is one of them.
I mean, there have just been so many questions historically for players on both these teams, right? And we've got to talk about it, right? Historically, Fnatic struggles, right? This time, they seem so comfortable. They're the Fraudnatic or whatever has not reared its ugly head. Angel's another one who's feast or famine, and he has not. He's been all feast.
Yeah.
Man, he hasn't really had those historic Angel moments.
Yeah.
Right? So you look at this and you go, holy smokes, these two teams right now are playing at their very best form. Yeah. Whatever demons they've had in their past that have plagued their tournament runs have not appeared. And that's what makes this match so exciting, right? Because this is genuinely good against good. There hasn't been any fear or any concerns or any asterisks on their run so far.
Yeah, the biggest ones, CNED's addition to the team, yada, 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 all have been answered for both sides.
Oh, they want to go fast?
Yeah, Dirk is here. They've got a high-low setup. Alfier's trying to get up into the cubby.
Oh, but the flash. The flash, the dart. He's in the cubby, though. He's in the cubby, and he's patient. Oh,
no.
Dear. Oh, that's okay. They saved the day. They saved the round. That could have been disaster. But Durka from the back line makes sure it does not get that far. As you get to left alone, the round over almost as quickly as it started. What an impossible situation. Everyone clicking on the side of Fnatic. And we'll just choose to ignore Alfier's initial first stray bullets.
Hey, man, he got the kill. He got the kill and survived enough for Durka to get another one. That shut down the round. And maybe that one round Durka tries to go fast mid, ends up not paying off for them, but this gamble did. And I wouldn't even call this one entirely a gamble. Once Durka sets up Alfier, he can leave.
Yeah, absolutely.
And rotate back over towards A. Either way, incredibly solid start from Fnatic.
Interesting.
From Durka, from Leo. And we're going to have a last round timeout here from Mini. Fnatic is one of these teams that can pull out a crazy strat at any point, one that they haven't shown. On defense, usually, though, those are super aggressive. And obviously, the one time they've gone for that, it hasn't necessarily panned out quite yet. And you have to have the right read on exactly how Navi is playing the default.
Yeah.
And I think
You call a timeout here, that's the type of thing that I'm definitely expecting.
Yeah, it's funny, I saw Mini for just a few moments before the series started, and you know, you've spent time around Mini. He's generally very level, right? not super expression, generally very calm and flatlined. But there was something about him when I saw him earlier today that was just an additional level of just cold, right? He was
really,
he was in his mind palace, and I think, I mean, you're seeing it pay off, and also it's just interesting to see him call a timeout here. Yeah, it's the last round of the half, so you want to make sure you secure it, but it really feels like Mini's clicking on something a little extra right now.
Blade Storm used from CNED right off the bat.
I wonder as well if it's just an element of mind games to play against Angel, because you know both these sides love to engage in them.
Woo.
Durko! He popped his knives for why? That's a huge mistake for the top fragger in the server right now, and it might give Navi a way back into this half. Look at the long play as well. They've actually pivoted so much off of this.
Yeah.
Angel and Zippon are contacting A right now.
And they are going to rotate over. Once they realize that the site is empty and that they can really do whatever they want here.
What is the call here? Is this relying on the fact that they have the Astral Wall out from Boaster to go for a retake? Not quite sure. Either way, Plant's going to go down. They're going to scramble like ants.
Zip and his ult. There it is. Queued almost instantly.
Boaster's away from this, though. He could still pop his ult.
Surely you invested here. You don't have a lot of time to think this through, though. The spike has been ticking for a few seconds.
That makes it think that there's not going to be any flank, but they've just broken the turret. So Sugetsu is back at it.
I mean, yeah, this is so tough because Angel's close by as well. The thing is, they're drawing so much attention onto taking care of Boaster, but that's okay because the remaining members of Navi are able to clean things up on their own. Leo not able to pull off any heroics.
And it's a 7-5 half for Navi.
Massive round there. I mean, I'm not sure what happened with Durka popping up his knives and dying to Xiao, who TP'd across, yes, to get the early angle advantage. But Durka not ready for it.
Yeah, stays just a little long. I apologize. I know I said it's a 7-5 half for Navi. What I meant was Fnatic. The round goes in favor of Navi. And again, you talk about, especially on Haven, an 8-4 versus 7-5 is night and day. It's entirely different. So, yeah, excellent performance out of both teams in this opening half. In this opening best of 5, we're going to throw it to Yinsu, who's standing by
with Mimi. Not Mimi from the desk, but Mimi from G2, actually. Yinsu, take it away.
That is right, Doug and Bala. I've got Mimi with me. There is a world champion in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Mimi, I gotta ask you, what did you think of that first half?
I think that it looks good for both teams, honestly. Like, it's winnable for both of them. So I think it's just about who really is most focused right now.
Is there anyone that you're leaning towards at all? They're both EMEA.
I mean, I'm leaning towards the winning team, but it seems like the crowd is more on Fnatic's side. And I think that will be very good for EMEA tomorrow. So maybe Fnatic?
Maybe there will be a couple of fans tomorrow that's not supporting Loud. We'll see. You are, of course, a world champion. You won a trophy last year. I want to ask you, what's the secret? Because Loud, they look very scary right now. What do these teams need to do after today if they want to actually bring it home?
Oh, that's really, really hard because obviously you need a lot of skill to beat a player like Aspas, but also you need to have so much fun and just enjoy the moment.
Is Aspas, you would say, the best player in the tournament right now for you?
It seems like, but in the end, it's a team game, and it's a team. You win together and you lose together.
And if right now it looks like Navi are just like a pistol down, what should they be doing the second half if they want to bring this back?
Shoot heads and have fun.
You guys heard it from Mimi. That's what you need to do, guys. Shoot heads and have fun. Thank you very much, Mimi.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure. And I'm going to throw this back to Doug and Bala and see if Navi can indeed shoot heads and have fun.
Absolutely love it. It takes a world champion to have insight in situations like this. But all it takes is have fun and shoot heads. I do have to point out this has been the worst attacking half that Navi has had at this tournament so far. Fnatic made them struggle in that one. They've been 8% win rate on attack. And this one, they're first below 50. And it's going to take them a lot better than what their regular defense has been like.
Wild to consider. For as prolific as both of these players have been, first time they're meeting since January 2021. Boaster and Angel going head-to-head here in a battle of the minds. And again, this is Fnatic on the attacking side here. Can Navi equalize what's gone on? It's going to be a heavy lean towards A, and Zepan's going to be here. There is some help, but Sugetsu's pretty far off. He's going to take the fight by himself, flashes for his own space, gets one kill.
Doesn't escape the stun, though, so Angel has to flood to help him out. But with this smoke landing from Xiao and the dart landing as well, there's no way you can enter that site. Not after losing Durka, who's the space creator for the team.
They're going to try to take a scenic route as they rotate through short, clear out the turret, and the nice thing is you have time here. They can clear out the turret, introduce doubt into the minds of Navi, and then go elsewhere. Or they can just cut noise and stay. And that's exactly what they do. A kill, one for one here. Sugetsu trying to find more, but Leo once again is so constant. He's so good.
And we end up in a situation very, very similar to what happened on the pistol round in the prior half, where Fnatic, the attacking side, is the advantage one. And they could set up whatever post plant they want against Xiao here.
Nothing but a ghost. A little bit of utility.
They're actually giving up this fight against Chronicle by themselves, I think with the little and limited amount of information that they had up to that point. But Chronicle wins it.
Still have plenty of slack on that line too. Assuming Chronicle loses it, he's still in a 1v2. Time's not great. But man, how good has Leo been?
Phenomenal.
Checking in with the Fnatic watch party back home. All smiles, and for good reason.
Yeah. The thing is here, we're in a best of 5. I think the map veto discussion on the desk was very interesting. The fact that Na'Vi showing respect to Fnatic and banning Icebox again instead of what they've been banning their entire tournament run so far in this map specifically. Oh. Chronicle's trying to set up Boaster to get a pick with that Marshall there.
Yeah. 2 shots fired, 2 kills collected. As again, we have just a momentary lull. Boaster showed a little leg there, but not re-peeking the angle.
Oh, CNED's gonna go aggressive though.
And he can post up in Cubby too. Or he can continue to push the matter, but they may rotate back into him here.
Oh, absolutely. I think with the space that they've given Na'Vi, look at how they're regrouping over towards A right now. That turret is not gonna spot him on the backside. That's for Grass and Garage. So Afir has to be completely aware.
And he is. I know he is. This would be an outrageous shot from CNED, but he's not even gonna get a chance to shoot it off. The kill goes in favor of Alfier. The spike goes down for Durka. And now 4v3 with nothing but pistols on the defensive side. Positioning not great. The spam through from Durka cleans up 2.
And the only win condition here would have been Shao to have a smoke on the spike.
Yeah.
But without that, Fnatic is all just gun out. Very happy to take that, no matter how it goes.
And you got to be really careful here if you're Na'Vi. Fnatic are in a position here to run away with this map. A 9-5 half, if they're able to capitalize on this, I mean, it's almost smooth sailing the rest of the way.
One enemy. Standing ahead.
Too clean of an anti-eco. I think so far we've seen 2 instances where Na'Vi's trying really hard to try to find a fight early in the round, and that's cost them.
Gravity well keeping CNED in place for now.
Wow. The fact that he's willing to continue going for straight peaks there indicates to me he is thinking that that grab well slightly misplaced and he could easily find some kills.
A threat, albeit momentary, towards Garage, with Sugetsu waiting on the other side.
They made the right call again. This turret will spot
Shao
a
was close.
walkout.
Sorry, Shao was close by, and he has Paranoia too. Off of contact here, Shao can drop some utility if Sugetsu feels some pressure.
That Molly just took out the turret entirely, so they don't have that contact piece anymore. And they've already broken it too for this long push, so they have no way to properly pivot out and a timing either.
Fnatic have taken C-side. Durka's all the way back. Chronicle's starting to get the spike down too, but Sugetsu with a massive kill. Traded out by Boaster instantly. The spike just harmlessly sitting on the side as Durka tries to pick it up and plant it while the rest of the side ensues with chaos. As Na'Vi have been able to keep them back. Durka's left in a 1v3, takes one down, but ultimately falls. Na'Vi with the diffuser, gonna get to 6. And that felt like such a pivotal round for them to win, to keep this competitive.
They needed to go and win that anti-bonus. The thing is, even winning that, that's not even that big of a dent in Fnatic's economy. They've been running this light armor strat all tournament long.
Yeah.
And I think actually, Na'Vi is probably the perfect experiment to go up against to really be the case study on how this will work, because Na'Vi is a team that's mostly sticking to Vandals. Although in this situation, actually, you can see there's a couple of players on Na'Vi that are moving over to the Phantom in this case. Probably completely prepped and happy with the light armor strategy from Fnatic.
Bladestorm used by Durka. He's got a Stinger to work with as well. And checking in on the other Jet side, CNED with a Judge.
I mean, look at the economy for them. They've just lost their bonus. So normally you'd think it's a full investment, but not even close.
Yeah.
They're easily going to be able to invest next round 2. But again, they're only buying light armor, so that's how they're able to eke an extra gun round every so often.
Fnatic with the lean towards A. Zipan again. This time not taking the space. Remember a couple of rounds ago, he flashed and fully challenged.
That was on the pistol
this time
round.
around, yeah.
Especially with Durka with knives. There's so many opportunities that can just one-tap you.
Knife should have tagged 2 there. They go forward, Cnid with the judge, having to take an up-close fight, not really having an option.
But not dying there is huge. Zipan's gonna be able to trade out Boaster.
Who was weak, he was the recipient of that shell.
Oh, Durka messed up his uptrap there. He wasn't ready for the flash.
Oh my gosh, Cnid gets another. Still alive, the shock dart finally drops him. But it's a 3v2 here. Oh! Cnid has found some success. He's been able to deal some damage, and now numbers equalized. 20 seconds left in the round. The spike's still not on the site. No ults to worry about here. It's just going to be the rifles. Leo with taking a huge bit of damage, but Chronicle creeping forward at just the right time.
14 seconds. He has room to work with the spike plant.
Oh, but he was so weak. He's gotten it down to a 1v1. Xiao patiently waiting, choosing not to challenge the plant. Giving Chronicle a moment to take the fight, and Xiao wins it out. Na'Vi not done yet.
And of course, it's Xiao again. There's nothing more to say about this guy in the clutch. He is just so solid, and against Chronicle and Leo of all people. He played that great. I mean, the whole hold from Na'Vi in the first place, Cnid with just a judge, still making it work, was really good. Leo comes out with the shock dart to clean up Cnid and then gets the spam on the Angel. But then Xiao, with the 15 seconds left, isolating with the spike plant.
Yep.
Every single clutch of his is worthy of immense analysis and breakdown. Here's a fast push from Na'Vi, and there's a dart as well. Durka trying to break it in the little tip of the smoke there. Or he feels protected.
And there really is no solace for him. Nothing really feels like it's safe.
Zipan has his ult here.
And again, note, they don't have Durka. They don't have fast go out onto the C site. So it's going to be more labored. But so many ultimates used. The Rolling Thunder. Sugetsu with 2. And now they're going to rotate over. The spike is left on the site. There's no one close by. Alfir and Leo just have to save.
That's massive. Out of Na'Vi, relying on Angel's ult instead to try to hold this down.
I mean, it was him and then Sugetsu.
But they've actually just baited out Chronicle's ult for no value. And they still have zip-ons. Plus the lockdown as well. There's so much here.
Yeah, they've turned, again, these last couple of rounds. Now, it may not necessarily have been the flash use, but this feels like it's so heavily swung the momentum in favor of Na'Vi.
Absolutely.
They're set up so well. Yeah, economy's not great right now, but they're going to save 5 guns into the next round. They're going to have to invest some as far as armor goes. You look at Angel, you look at Xiao, yeah. But the ultimates that they have to work with here are key.
Will be a save here from Fnatic. And again, probably going to be able to scrape together some sort of buy in the next round. But this one, bringing it ever closer. We're now 1 round difference. Yes, Na'Vi started with a good first beginnings to this game, winning the pistol.
Yeah.
But ever since then, Fnatic's been in control. Ever since then, it's looked like Na'Vi have not been prepared for this map. It's a different story on this defensive half.
I mean, really, it was the 2 pistols, and it was, you know, to go back to the round that you and I touched on, is what felt like a crucial one, a pivotal one. Since then, it's been all Na'Vi.
Just want to point out that smoke as well, top C long. Way exposed, actually blocking anybody who's just trying to play on the edge of that C long. Gives Sugetsu all the room. And it's very similar to what Fnatic actually did in that garage hold on defense as well, using the Hunter's Fury for chaos.
Timeout called by Fnatic here as they hang on to a 1-round lead, or at least attempt to. You got to remember too here, Bala, we haven't talked about the crowd a ton, but remember during walkouts, this felt very Fnatic favored.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And it's interesting too, because Fnatic is one of the teams that have taken down some of the crowd favorites in Furia, in Sentinels.
They've absorbed the fan bases.
Yeah. So they just have to pick one of 2 EMEA teams here and be ready to give up and abandon ship tomorrow when Loud comes into the stadium again. Or maybe they're just picking the one that they think has a better chance or a weaker chance.
All right, what do they do out of this timeout? Durka again taking space, light armor for him. And they still have Boaster's Cosmic Divide to work with.
And it's important here that they get through. Fnatic is given this space almost every time, given the utility that they have in comparison to Navi's comp. Sure, we just saw a round where they played aggressively, but if you take the space preemptively, you should never have that trouble. Which does kind of hamstring you in options.
Sure.
Because you can't really lean in other parts of the map. Look at Navi's setup. They're playing complete retake on A. Relying on the lockdown, relying on Zipon's ult as well.
I mean, they have the tools. Yeah, it makes a ton of sense.
And Angel's playing a complete off angle here too. Zipon probably going to set up to throw a knife. And with the smokes coming down, he actually opts not to. They'll probably use that to clear some space.
There's a knife, not getting any value. Maybe a little information, a little confirmation, but either way, that's all it is. Zipan's ult already used.
They're trying to find kills on the escape here. Yeah, they're going really fast.
Yeah, they are. The dart's there. Durka falls. 4v4 here. Zipan's weak. Look at how far off Fnatic are playing, though. They completely answer the quick attempt out from Navi. Sugetsu on the tap. He's going to take the swing. He's going to take the fight. Surprise at another waiting. Has to take the challenge. And Alfier cleans him up.
Good hold from Fnatic there. Those lockdowns are really dangerous when you can't break them. You have to fall all the way back into long in that little cubby that Chronicle was playing, or all the way down short. So the idea from Na'Vi there, use that space and time to try to get them falling back. And for Fnatic, you have to literally pivot and backstep again. Big round, good plan. And Chronicle as well, the only player to stay down A long as well, for him to have the aftershock. Because if there's nobody in that long A cubby, there could be a full stick from the players who have to rotate back out of A lobby.
CNED feeling a little presence right off the bat towards B. So the drone cleared out.
Look at the options that Fnatic has given up because they haven't gone fast towards A lobby. They see that smoke and they can't push it any further.
Right.
That loses Boaster Smoke, who was meant to actually deny the dart information and for them to get up into short.
They want to go C here. They do have Alfier's ult, and it's used very quickly. As soon as they take the space, they drop the ult, and now they wait.
Shao can still play this in the back, but look at these stuns.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Aftershock 2.
Trouble. He's got to get out. He's detained, yes, but he's healthy, and now he's dead. And now they have the Cosmic Divide to work with too. This feels so secure for Fnatic. What can Na'Vi do?
And Durka's escaped too. Poster playing in a little cubby.
And look at Leo's positioning. Oh, he is going to be spotted by the alarm bot though. How much should they turn around to
he knifed him! Damage done!
The nade! With 21 HP, he's not able to survive it. But now the flash through the wall. This is going to be fast. Smoke drops. Kills go up for Durka as he gets 2. Numbers in favor of Fnatic. Zipan and Angel out of options, out of choices. They take the op, they take the Vandal, but they give up the round.
Read Poster like a book there, but all that time spent trying to clear him out, trying to clear that close wall cubby, given from the Astra wall. Loses them the time against Durka and against the fallback on C-Long. Even if Durka doesn't get 2 there, Fnatic is in great position. Incredibly happy. And they did such a good job flushing Shao out.
Yeah, they did.
The stun.
CNED went for the second too, expecting another peek.
I mean, if Boaster's low HP there, that knife kills him.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they could flood a lot faster. Na'Vi timeout. called once again. Both teams now out of timeouts. I'm still not convinced Na'Vi has the tools to go the distance in this map.
Yep. It does not feel like that is the case at all. And Fnatic again within reaching distance of cleaning this map, of drawing first blood. It's a tough spot to be in.
Especially with the rumblings of the crowd, who clearly in Fnatic's favor, and the remnants of the rounds remaining. Na'Vi to put together a game plan based off of what? Based off of some Blade Storm knives here out of CNET, based off of Shao, who's actually picked up the op that they saved in the last round. Glass cannon. And sure, they've got those weapons in their hands, but everybody else playing for OT. Preserving a bye in the next round.
There's so much to do in the hands of CNET and in Shao. Angel's a rifle too, so they have some tools, but
dive.
This will be difficult. The vintage Durka dive, as you just mentioned, it's Boaster who's able to get the first. Yeah, CNET has to come alive here. He's got to make something happen, but the numbers continue to dwindle around him.
Still the two weapons.
Shao finds success with the op, and Boaster goes unchecked, undetected. And now for Shao, the mission is keep the op. Try to carry it into the next round.
Oh, absolutely.
Fnatic are going to have a lot of time to hunt here too, Vala.
I don't know if you necessarily can. They are spread on the map, so they have a lot of information.
You're right, and by process of elimination, you have to assume here, there's a very good chance you see. The question is, do they hunt? Do they try to get the weapon out of his hands?
The scary part is Durka, updrafted up heaven. If Shao gets that kill, all of a sudden it's a scramble.
Yeah.
So you don't really want to look for too much more here from Fnatic, but as the spike dwindles down, they will start to hunt.
And you can tell it's almost like trying to lull him in a momentary moment of safety.
Going down long.
Oh, you've got to spot him, yeah. No damage dealt. Remember, it's Glass Cannon. The Molly, 54 HP. Op still alive. How does he keep it?
Spam. Oh.
How does he keep it?
Well played from Shao, and that's huge. CNET not only going to be able to get some armor, but also drop a weapon. That makes all the difference.
They're still so far behind, though.
And again, the staying power given by Fnatic's economy management and the light armor strat, working huge dividends later on in this game. It's going to be multiple buy rounds to get through here for Na'Vi.
Yeah. But they've just got to take it a round at a time. Can they get past this one? Can they make something happen out of the weapons that they've preserved? Durka not able to clean anything up at all. Shao once again repositioning. Cleared out, the spike not committed. The paranoia's gonna buy some time.
Boaster's on a mission. He's the first one uncommitted to this.
Oh, the alarm bot too, though. Just on the other side, just out of reach, position detected.
Angel's taking the angle too. Chronicle farmed the ult orb though. They have that breach ult to re-exec with, and they know where the turret is. Alfir's gonna break it again. So many times they've used this molly to break whatever contact position and contact piece that Na'Vi wants, but it misses Sugetsu!
Misses both! Sugetsu finally stunned, still gets a kill onto Alfir. Still playing on logs, the dark position of Leo dropped, but Angel is too. Chronicle not able to convert anything, not in a 1v4.
Fnatic's idea there is to use the breach ult to clear the back left of Seaside and use the fault line to actually cover up the gaps that it missed. But it's Sugetsu. Shao in the backup side does get hit. But with the time Sugetsu buys, in that little lapse where he's not stunned, because he gets one kill, Shao's able to just wait and play the rest of it with him as a crossfire.
Navi still with the op this time. CNET trying to find something early down A short. And you've got Zipan close by too for help, for support.
Just that little smoke there actually completely nullifies CNED's dash. And I think they're gonna go right back towards the strat that worked round prior to this, the Durka dive. Except it's an Astral this time. Early lockdown, but they can fight this. Xiao's gonna flash him off, and I think that will deny them that idea.
Angel on the other side of the Cosmic Divide as you see members of Navi start to puddle in, but Durka goes aggressive! Peeks past the wall of safety and is rewarded for a kill. Now Chronicle backslide. Still playing from a safe position. He's got utility to work with too. Can Fnatic put him away? Can they end Haven here?
Alpha's got 2 mollies, 1 goes out. Can they break it?
This is such a difficult spot for Navi, but the kills get traded back and forth.
They're running out of time now. Alfier's positioning, switching, and he's actually giving it up.
Huge kill out from Zipan. But Alphier left in the 1v1. CNED's gotten it to half, pulls off, and the shot from Alphier is good!
The defuse 2 from CNED. The 2 Turkish players on the server, head-to-head in a crucial round. CNED showing up at a perfect time with that op.
Spotted mid.
What a hold. I mean, Zipan's massive kills here. And the fact that CNED was able to get it to half provides just a little bit more safety so that he can pull off reposition and then take the fight. So well played. But again, really no time to think about it. A note here for Fnatic, the buy is not great. CNED going for the shotgun approach with the op. He's so far up.
The prep again, I'm so impressed over and over by Sugetsu. Maybe to find some damage there.
Oh, what a shot.
CNED with the forward dash too. Could have cost him his life.
Yep. A big tool from Fnatic down. That was their only Phantom. It was their only rifle.
They can recover it though. The op kill gives definitely some space here, especially now that Boaster's smoked. They could walk through this towards short. They could challenge CNED again. He doesn't know about the cross. Navi doing a great job trying to isolate Alphier right now, but CNED is the bigger story. He's stuck. He's going to give up an op if he dies.
No dash.
1 kill will get it back.
Oh, and the timing is good. Angel's shown up. Angel's arrived! And CNED lands 1 with the op. Can he find a second? Waiting for the challenge of short. Navi's defenses arrive at the perfect time. Now CNED already gotten 3 with the op. Navi doing everything they can to get us to overtime. And Fnatic trying to deal with the flurry of this comeback, and it very well may be good.
Can't give up too many kills here.
No. Of course it's Angel who takes that fight.
Yeah.
But he wins it out.
CNED coming up behind him either way. We've gone the entire first map now in regulation. Round 24. And remember how we were talking about moments ago, it feels like Navi, they were what, 11-8?
Yeah.
They brought it back through the onslaught of buy rounds that Fnatic had. They've just got to do one more round here to bring it to OT. Fnatic with another chance to close it. They've had 4.
Look at the ults on the side of Navi too. They're considerable ones. And that didn't hit the molly, or the alarm bot, excuse me. Shock dart just a bit off.
So interesting. Normally Leo's so perfect on those. And Boaster actually knows exactly where they've been playing it, so very surprising.
CNED not getting tagged by the drone.
I think they smoked him off there, but deciding against pushing that and testing CNED, who has been an absolute beast in these last couple of rounds, but they're still going to go for it. Boaster with a little misinformation towards A. They still want this. C hit.
Note again, CNED with no dash. Hunter's Fury used.
That's Angel's ult. Oh, he gets a tag. What?
Tag.
Durka just used his dash. They don't have the same initiation power out of Garage now. Might give CNED what he needs to hold the C hit. If it does come through, it's not going to. The info TP again for Xiao. They have all the reads. They know they were hitting C. Now they know they're hitting A. What can they do though?
And it's an early ult used. Utility gone on the side of Fnatic. Na'Vi have such a good read on this. And they've systematically taken all options away from Fnatic. Leo having to use the Hunter's Fury.
He misses everything.
Oh my gosh.
Back into B though. They weren't considering this. The fact that they could still pivot. Alarm bot. Maybe it'll take down Alpha.
The fact that they've still gotten this far is outrageous. Sugetsu gets one with utility. CNET on the tap, 49 HP. He still has the op in hand, and he goes aggressive. What a shot out from CNET. But Fnatic find the pace. Fnatic find what they need. Xiao left in this 1v3. Can he do it on his own? No, Rolling Thunder's gonna push him back. It's gonna buy time. Xiao so good in the clutch. But can he get three? Surrounded, Smoke buying some time, but no. Dirk on the spam. Fnatic take Haven.
With no room to spare. Talk about stepping up to a moment. Na'Vi had everything right on that round except for the final pivot. One mistake, and it cost them the sight. And even still, they almost had it. CNET going for that dip onto the spike. Almost netted them all the kills.
Yeah, I would love to take a look at that last round again because, Bali, you hit the nail on the head. They did so well for 90% of that round, right? They stuffed the hit C, they stuffed the hit A. They took almost every single option away from Fnatic. And Fnatic convert in the chaos. Which, as you know, we think about this last map that we just went through. We think about the battle of the minds between Boaster and Angel, the firepower between CNET and Durka, and you can't help but look at that and go, this series will be decided in the chaos.
There's been many rounds where that's 100% the case. But you talk about battle of the minds, that last round displays it in full effect.
Yep.
We got so many more of these maps as well where you're going to be able to display that. I love the map pool that we have.
Me too.
For this epic bout.
And it really feels like the IGL shine in these 3-map sites. We just had Haven. We've got Lotus just on the other side as well. So if you didn't get enough of the chess games, of the mind games, there is plenty more on the other side. Fnatic take map 1, 13-11. Lotus on the other side in this best of 5. We'll be right back.
broken. You're no longer bound. Mind open. Can you hear the sound? Threads broken. You're no longer bound. Mind open. Can you hear the sound?
Welcome back to Sao Paulo, where we went the full 24, but Fnatic was able to scrape by in this one 13-11 fashion. It came down to this epic final round.
Yeah, but it was not a clean game whatsoever here. Fnatic started so incredibly strong, but it looked like Na'Vi was going to be able to come back. And in a game where we expected it to be a battle of the wits and fantastic ideas back and forth, it really did come down to the scrap to be able to win that one out for Fnatic.
So it's going to feel good to have that one in their back pocket. But Hypoc, you were saying how important it was for Fnatic to win the early maps if they want to have a shot in this series. Let's roll all the way back now in this map to kind of see how it broke down. First half, 7-5, they came away with the lead. But I'll be honest, with the way that Fnatic was playing, felt lucky that Na'Vi even scraped 5 together.
I mean, you said the way Fnatic were playing. Baller hit this perfectly. This, by the numbers, was the worst attacking side we've seen from Na'Vi. And it felt like that watching it. Discipline was out the window. The fundamentals were all over the place. The spacing on some of these dry site hits just got ripped apart. The A site anchors, even when Fnatic were kind of showing variety, switching positions up, every single person anchoring A site was being fed time and time again. And actually, Boaster coming up using 2 of those.
Yeah, so many moments here where they're just trying to get these entries onto the sites. No one's just checking basic angles. Yeah. Watching as you exit out of short, that back site lurk coming through as well. Even when they're on the defending side, Cena just goes on a brief little stroll with his Bladestorm out and just gets shot in the back of the head. There's so many basic things just kind of being really messed up here from the side of Na'Vi that made this map a hell of a lot rougher for them than it really needed to be.
Yeah, and I think a lot of that did come down to the composition. They played into this one breachless, went with the KO instead as that second initiator, and it felt like they were still playing those executes as if they had the breach, as if they had the stun. We saw how invaluable that was for Fnatic on their attack half, but Na'Vi created so many gaps in their utility, which Fnatic did a great job of exploiting, like you guys have talked about.
Spoon-feeding 3Ks on the A side was Na'Vi in the first 6 rounds of that one. But with the 7-5 first half, we get to that back half, and this is where it felt like Na'Vi started to find a little bit of their rhythm.
Yeah, we had a couple shallow moments. You love to see it. The clutches coming through from him and just helping to keep the team really in the game. Sugetsu, I mean, everybody on the side of Na'Vi really did have their moments. We started seeing CNED putting up solid numbers as soon as he got that operator into his hands as well. So it was definitely a big level up overall from the side of Na'Vi on this defending half. But again, if they just hadn't made things as complicated, as rough for themselves on the attack, this could have been an OT. This could have been them taking the map, perhaps.
Still, I think we see some of those issues with Fnatic that we were a little bit worried about coming into this, where they come into a second half after starting strong, after looking good, they kind of start to look like they're running out of ideas, lose a big streak of rounds, and only just barely hold on. It had a shocking similarity to that Icebox game versus 100 Thieves for me.
Yeah, it's a scary thought when you only come away with a 2-round victory on the permaband map of your opponent. But we already have to start thinking about map number 2, and I do want to take a look at the man Shao down there in the AIM Lab shoot-around, taking a look at how he finds those headshots in those clutch moments.
I mean, his accuracy is just great. We know this about Shao. Doesn't matter if he's got a Ghost in his hand, doesn't matter if he's rocking a Vandal, a Phantom. He is one of the best riflers, one of the best aimers that we just have in this tournament, and he's continuing to show that right now with this
over-under number of seconds till he drops below 100%. 30? Does he make it to 30?
I give it another 8 seconds.
He's not going to miss a shot.
Dude, if he does not, oh my goodness, that'd be nuts.
And it would not appear that he did.
No,
just barely off.
Pack it up, go home.
Honestly, very similar to what we did see in that second half of play, though, right? Like, it was Shao's clutches that got them back, and it was all of these big individual moments to build for Na'Vi, but at the last second, the individuals fall a little bit flat. Doesn't work out. Now we head to Lotus.
By the skin of their teeth, Fnatic find themselves with a 1-map lead, but we hop now over to Lotus High Pockets. Navi's pick. How you feeling about it?
I come back to the same thing, right? The later this goes on, the more I feel it tips in favor of Na'Vi. To come away from the permaban for Na'Vi at 13-11, I think we haven't seen Lotus from Fnatic yet, and it's unlike them to be sandbagging and kind of avoiding something. So this is actually the one of the veto. I'm expecting to pull something out that is a little quirky, that is a little innovative, so to say, and Fnatic going back to their roots in that regard. Na'Vi, though, stylistically, I think they're a team that are well equipped to deal with these sort of curveballs.
Yeah, I mean, we'll have to just wait and see. We did see Na'Vi electing to go to Lotus all the way back versus Crew at the beginning of the Omega bracket, and that was a considerably closer game. They tried to, bring this map out. We got to see CNET over on the Rays. I'm curious to see if we can see it again, because that was a 13-10 victory, so Na'Vi will need to have cleaned up that map.
What does Fnatic have cooking up here in the Prime Gaming Agent Select? That's the big question we have in our mind.
I see a fade in the mix. Do we get a fade raised composition with Durka? Is that what they're heading towards here? That has been the solution for Na'Vi in the past, which has looked pretty good, especially with Angel playing on this Omen, taking so much space for them on their attack. And it's close to mirror, but it's going to be this Viper instead for Fnatic, going for a double smoke comp. And also, no Omen, which feels very strange for this map with how powerful the teleport and paranoia can be.
It does, and actually, with the amount of time Chronicle's been spending on Breach, it's interesting to see Lotus is where we're going to see him actually flex away from that, because he's looked fantastic on it.
I mean, it is going to be interesting to see. I mean, Boaster, he's on a comfort pick in the Astra, as you just mentioned. We've got two differences in the Agent Select. We don't have a ton of data on Fnatic, so we'll see if they've got creative strats to follow the creative picks as we head back to our casters, Doug and Bala, for the call.
Haven in the books, Lotus on the menu, and again, this three-side nature of this map should provide for some really exciting moments as we think about this head-to-head battle of the minds.
Yeah, and I think Kilios touched on the Crew game for Na'Vi. It definitely felt like they needed to fix some things moving forward, so hopefully they've patched up the mistakes and setups that they've gone through, because Fnatic, you know how well prepped they come out on every single map, but the thing is, we just haven't seen it yet. It's been floated over and over and over for them with the permaban of Pearl, but nobody's got it just quite yet. And it actually feels a little bit more like an NA comp here from Fnatic than what we've seen from the EU teams, who have been absolutely stellar on this map so far.
Fnatic starting on the attacking side. And you've already got CNET holding this aggressive angle towards mid. And it seems like that's where they're going to go. He's got a Ghost, and he has a nade and a Roomba to work with.
I think one of the interesting things in the prior Lotus game for Na'Vi was they went up into a completely unorthodox comp with a Neon Raze. And Crew was so aggressive with it. Here, I think they're going to be much more practiced against this sort of style, given how much we saw it from teams like NRG throughout this tournament. Sugetsu up against it. He has a molly on the door, but they're going through the other side. There's 3 players here from Na'Vi.
They also have a bunch of utility to work with here. Sugetsu has gone undetected. Oh, he's only able to deal damage. He's not able to get a single kill. Fnatic just roll over Na'Vi. My goodness, they might do this in flawless fashion.
A number of those look like they should have been kills for Na'Vi, but especially those poster ones. The guy was a fiend on Haven. And here he goes again. Chronicle with a lurk. He wasn't even in that site hit entirely. And you might think unorthodox pick here from Chronicle, but we have seen the Viper from him prior. All the way back in 2021, sure. He was a monster on split on this agent back in the day. This was clean.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And now you see the buy from Na'Vi. There's really no force. There's no investment. You've got a couple of sheriffs, but nothing exceptionally out of the norm. While Boaster rocking the Marshall. Feeling some pressure already.
Pick against Sugetsu, who's trying to peek with his turret, but Chronicle so far away, I don't think that turret even would activate.
Oh, look at how far back he is.
I think he's on a platform, elevated edge, too.
Yeah, literally the extremity of the map. We see another turret get put down, cleaned up instantly.
Wow.
Man, they were so patient there.
Jeez.
Yep.
These guys are shoulder peeking. Every single player is just shoulder peeking, and they're getting ripped apart.
They are going to end up on C here. They're going to have 2 members dragging behind just a little bit, making sure there's no flank, making sure there's no funny antics on the side of Na'Vi. It is just CNED and Shao here with pistols to work with. I mean, surely you expect this round to be a done deal.
Yep.
We may have back-to-back flawless rounds on the board here.
Yeah, now something Na'Vi usually is letting happen to them.
No.
When I saw this veto, I was very curious. I mean, with what Achilles was talking about up on the desk, how this map looked a little rough for them to start out. For this to be their first pick, and with the respect they already have shown throughout the veto by just banning Icebox straight out instead of Haven, gives me the feeling Na'Vi potentially very uncomfortable entirely in the map veto. But we'll see. Fnatic did pick attack here, forcing Na'Vi onto their weaker side overall. And it's a different wall for Chronicle. Cutting off the cross angle and also the breakable door.
We'll start to see some of these mind games played because you've got pressure on both sides. You've got the Viper wall you're just alluding to. Then you just have the Haunt coming through C. So Fnatic testing the waters everywhere early on.
And the problem here with Na'Vi's comp and their defense is how much investment they have to send over towards A if they want to hold on to this space, if they want to take control of Rebel. They haven't really gone for anything like that yet, mostly because they've been sending CNET over towards B at the beginning of the rounds and relying on Sugetsu to play towards A.
Ooh. Fortunate, too, is all it was. You saw him scatter as soon as the knife hit. Now with 45 seconds left, the possibility of rotation starts to dwindle, but it's not out of the equation yet.
And they've controlled this A orb, giving Durka his ults. That's definitely some way they can pivot into this and provide maximum pressure on Zippon and Sugetsu. I'm looking at Zippon, he's playing all the way back in the drop down. He could flash for Sugetsu here, but they're pivoting towards B this split. What can Shao do? Nothing at all.
Oh. Huge kill out from Durka. Now with 12 seconds left, I was concerned they were burning the clock too much, but they arrive at just the right time.
And he could follow up this with an ult too. He could completely zone them out. Every single player is up here in heaven.
There it is.
He doesn't even have to commit.
He shoots it, seeing the knife in his face, and it doesn't land. But it does buy time, it does buy space. Spike ticking away as Alfier gets dropped.
Chronicle puts the wall back up. They're going to take decay.
Durka's got to go big here. Oh, the flash misses! Durka with 3 on the round! What a play out from Durka. What a play out of their star. And what a round out from Fnatic.
It's domination from Durka. Every single time he takes a duel, he's winning it in these first 3. That is just ridiculous. Not only his first shot onto Shao, I mean, just ridiculous. He jumps up on top, finds a little headshot angle, and then shuts down the pivot. I mean, that was all Durka. The entire round, they're focused on him.
Yeah.
It's an early timeout again from Na'Vi, even earlier than Haven.
I mean, Durka's 7-1 right now. And again, you think about little things like that flash. That flash is a little more shallow. Durka doesn't get 2 there potentially.
Yeah.
And then what?
I mean, and then they're still scrambling through.
Yeah.
I mean, huge kills, but honestly, he might have already done enough. Even with Alpha, falling outside of A. Full focus from Angel, too, just fully listening. Doombros doing most of the talking in this timeout. Now the implementation starts.
Balla, given the map pool and given how Fnatic have looked, how concerned are you if Fnatic take this map as well?
I mean, going up to already is just such a unsurmountable task. We haven't really seen it in the main VCT circuit internationally. But Fracture next, I think that could definitely go Navi's way, even with the dominant win that Fnatic had over 100 Thieves. Ascent Decider. The thing is, how do you get there through Split as well?
Yeah.
Which we haven't seen from Navi.
Split historically has been such a wild card map too, but seems very far away for now. The buy for Navi, not great. See if Angel and Sugetsu can find any value out of the rifles that they have. Seems like it's going to be a hit that ends up C.
Sees nade, possibly. That's what Dirk is waiting for right now.
Yep.
Doesn't catch Sugetsu. He's pivoted over towards Waterfall.
Things get real uncomfortable in these tight corners when you have utility bouncing all over the place.
Only Sheriffs, though. The run sprays are going to be good enough.
Sugetsu finds one. He finds the opener. Shao gets one too.
Oh.
They may convert this. Again, when you put yourself in such close confines, chaos ensues. And they throw the brakes on the round. Now Alfie getting the spike down. And Angel close by, waiting to pounce alongside the rest of Fnatic. Can they get around on the board here? Angel's in trouble. The Guardian gone. 2 pistols left, and one of them's a classic? I just don't know that there's enough there. No, there's not. 3 for Alfie, 4 for Fnatic, and full momentum ahead.
Even when discipline is shown from Navi, any single one of these players left in these situations for Fnatic can bring it back. And when you have the gun advantage, absolutely. Alfie are also recognizing there, Angel the only player with that Guardian. Let's take the fight to them. They re-control Waterfall. You honestly think Navi maybe should have pivoted one player back over to help him. And while Navi took A lobby control a little bit better, actually did challenge it for the first time in that eco. They go for it again, but Fnatic already knows the type of flavor that they go for on it. It's less investment, it's not a season aid. So I would expect later on as well for them to challenge that. Alfir is gonna go for a lockdown. He just picked up the orb on C Mound. And Navi had to expect that this was coming.
Taunt popped. CNET finds a corner. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness!
You can see the molly coming in late from Alfir there.
Yeah, timing just not there. 4v4 here on the round, and now the spike.
Oh, Chronicle.
Can rotate out.
They didn't get the spike down yet, yeah, that's true. Not even the site. Chronicle's trying to find some space. They look like they want a challenge.
Yeah, Angel's in a spot here where he can split things up though. He can play spoiler if the timing's right. Oh, and it is! A magnetic flick out from Alfier, or from Angel, excuse me, onto Alfier.
So trying to recoup what the situation is, understand the game state. He's all the way up in this spike. CNED's the one person here.
Audible upon audible as Angel finds another. 15 seconds left, the spike rotating its way back to C. Yeah, Boaster's found some time. He's found some space.
Leo might have to toss the spike up to him.
Yeah, he will. Package delivered. Now spike planted. They're gonna have the Cosmic Divide to work with 2.
2v3 just like we just saw. Better guns here for Navi though.
And Leo's healthy. And they convert this Boaster with a massive one, but it traded right back. Leo in this 1v2. Still in a decent spot here. The onus is on Navi to take the space. What can Leo do? Oh my gosh, he's gotten into 1v1. He just saw the gun drop! And Leo with the clutch! Leo is outrageous! So deflating for Navi.
These close situations on the C site going Navi's way, or Fnatic's way over and over. It's just disgusting from Leo. You expect the mound play. You absolutely do. Just pushing a little too far. That's another 2v3 from Fnatic. And Angel, third round in a row with the Guardian here. He has been the guy who's been making these rounds close.
But there just hasn't been any cigar yet. I mean, to find yourself down 5-0 early, and yeah, you can make the conversation around Lotus feeling a little attack-sided, but there have been some real close rounds, map aside, that really probably should have gone Navi's way, and they just haven't. Alfie are towing with death there. It's a delicate dance, but he walks away with the kill.
That's what I was talking about as well. Alpha can just sit still and take these little fights. Fnatic can even engage in dueling with Zipon, dueling with Angel. The players who are mostly taking this A lobby control. Because they can't really invest so much into it.
What is Angel up to? He's got the ult. Waiting just on the other side of the door. Spam out from Xiao, not getting anything yet. Ult cleared out. Do they commit to B? Seems very likely that they do. Durka playing just on the other side of the smoke. Alfear with a massive kill on Angel, and Durka gets one too. 10 seconds left on the round. 5v2 in favor of Fnatic. And yeah, CNET is ult, but I just don't know that you can really convert that into much more. No. Another round in favor of Fnatic. Ball, this has been a slaughter.
This is absolutely not what you expect when you watch Na'Vi throughout this tournament. They have looked like the most clean team and potentially the best. But here's Fnatic. Here's these players who we know the caliber of this team. And they're just completely stomping whatever ideas Na'Vi have. I don't even know what Angel was cooking there. He TP'd over towards A, canceled it immediately. To me, looking like he's misreading, even though his reads on Haven were quite good. But there's certain things that Hypoc was touching on in the desk when in between maps. It's just not as coordinated.
The
Doors
Molly
open.
Just bounced off the alarm bot.
They've actually denied every possible hit here.
CNET landing one with the op. In the face of the Nightfall, Durka deafened, aggressive, goes, gets the kill. Can Angel find any timing? Can Angel find any space? The spike's out. They're gonna rotate away. And the thing is, they're gonna rotate right into Angel. Again, he has kept these rounds close. Can he do it again? Durka has a spike here. And he's by himself with 44 HP.
Running the good old send everybody spread. In the man disadvantaged situations, they'll come back to Durka late. Alfear's gonna completely send on the site. Oh, I can't clear this.
Alfear?
There's no chance. Not by himself, that's way too difficult.
And yeah, that's gonna buy some space for the spike to potentially go down C, but the truth is, Na'Vi have so many numbers that Angel didn't have to go very far. He's still here. That could have secured the round. Leo has to rotate so far over to get the spike and then still get it planted. I just don't know if there's enough time here, Bala.
Yeah, he's just going for picks at this point. Money's well in their favor. Dangerous game that CNET and Angel played there, but Angel locks up the round by taking out the first. And Durka. And it was Durka too, so you know that easily could have been a snap to the face. And then CNET challenged with the op. I wonder there, you mentioned, was that the orb that missed coming into that?
Yeah, it was the Viper Orb that hit off Killjoy Utility and bounced straight up. You wonder if that somehow impacted their approach, yeah.
Oh, 100%. That barely even blocked Waterfall, barely even blocked a walkout angle for them. Chronicle has been using the orb right where it just landed on most rounds, so that one specifically hurts a lot, and that one hurts too. CNET down to 30 HP with barely any information. He's playing on top of the box.
Still has the op, and it looks like he's going to be able to dodge the utility. I don't think he got hit by that nightfall, so he's going to have some room to work with. He still lands the shots on Durka, though, as Na'Vi with a big numbers advantage. The rotations are starting to come through as they try to storm the gates out onto the site.
He's directly under him.
Oh, alpha shots go a little wide. CNET feeling the pressure, understanding where the threat is. The Molly creating space for just a moment. Note the spike is still not up. What can Alpha Air do in a 1v5? Yeah, I mean, he's on the opposite side of the map. There's a line drawn by Na'Vi protecting the spike. And when you're outnumbered like this, you're praying for a miracle.
Two rounds in a row for Na'Vi. And it starts to look a little better. The hold there on the walk up from Fnatic. That Viper wall, Viper orb, looks very Bind-esque in the way that you can threaten the lurks and take the space. Then the Nightfall combination in through as well, trying to find some space. Seen as the one who shuts it down. And Shao on the door too. He's not playing Jet, but he's still opping. So let's see if he can get a fiery start to bring Na'Vi back into this game, because up to this point it has looked absolutely brutal.
And the alarming thing to think of is that if it really was that Viper orb that really caused fits into the round, that was the first round that Na'Vi won. So you wonder if that goes the way that they wanted, we could be looking at an 8-0.
Yeah, especially losing all those weapons too. Would have forced an eco, potentially. You're absolutely right. So many tools, so many ults right now up for the players on both sides. The pit, that really hasn't come into a factor quite yet for Chronicle. It's up this round. Durka and Alfia have some space-taking tools too. You've got to be challenging it. You've got to be trying to deny a spike plan if you're Na'Vi.
Angel once again in an aggressive spot, and he can't clear out the haunt. He couldn't clear out the haunt.
He was in a smoke form.
Angel had no options. He was just a sitting duck. And they've taken the space out onto the site. They may not even need to invest the pit here.
Oh, but Boaster's actually going the long way around here. Instead of through the waterfall path, so CNED might be able to get him before he crosses. They're going to smoke him off, though.
Shao is here to help, too. So they have some numbers.
Denying the plant with the satchel.
Yep. And now the Roomba.
Again.
He is persistent. You got to give him that. Spike planted to get two down. And Shao tanking the Molly damage. Gets a kill onto Durka. 4v2 here, and again, the question is, does Chronicle drop the pit? Does he invest it, or can he continue to snowball this lead? And yes, he does.
He drops it, but I think he really did not want to.
Yeah, you can tell there was hesitation.
I mean, they also had Alfear's ult to hold on to that as well. We just saw Leo actually peeking through the top of that pit. So there's some nerdy stuff going on with that. We'll have to keep an eye. I don't know if Chronicle will be able to pick it back up. Alfear, he spots CNED.
He's going for the jugular. Up, dropped! Can he find anything else? Shao trying to tuck, trying to stay alive, and the timing's just not great for Alfear. He should be able to pick up the op.
But we have to go back to the beginning of that round. I don't know what the heck is happening on that mound. Angel has been so good at breaking that haunt by himself normally. Something went wrong there. Because Zippon was close with him, maybe expected Zippon to be breaking it for him. He could throw up the one way.
Yeah, he just didn't have an angle. Wow.
Yeah, he's doing too much against three who are pushing him.
Yep. And well done by Fnatic to pounce on that. To not just get the initial kill, but to take the space, get the second kill too. Na'Vi, no real time to think about it as they're hopping into the next round. Durka has a showstopper to work with. Alfie are playing tight in the smoke, but look at how far up this duo of Zipan and Angel have gotten! 1 for 1. He's still there, and you weren't expecting Alfie here. They're playing this so cleanly, Paula. Even the alarm bot on the other side of the Viper wall to make sure they're not getting pushed. They're just so careful with every aspect of the round.
I don't know, that's twice in a row where we have the exact same start. Granted, Zipan got 1 kill at least to make it slightly interesting. Siege tries to keep him there. Maybe the lockdown will actually keep Boaster in, and it does. He falls. Oh, Shao.
The site Venn diagram
Shao
is the
just made a
first one
huge
passes.
mistake.
Second one will lock down Shao.
No, it's 2.
And Sugetsu, yeah. But you've got CNET close by. So they should be safe, but are you expecting somebody right below you? He's going aggressive. Alfier finds the shots onto Shao. 3v2 here in favor of Fnatic. Numbers advantage once again, key. What can CNET do? Nothing. I mean, Navi cannot do anything. Another round for Fnatic.
We are zooming to another really poor half here from Navi. Especially in comparison to what you normally would expect from them. The first map on Lotus for them was 9-3. They came back from that. But against Fnatic, there's no chance that even their maximum here, 4 rounds, is even close to enough.
Remember here, it was Angel who previously took over to bring Navi back onto their Lotus map, but it just feels like Fnatic are so prepared for his antics, for Zipan's antics.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen them try to aggressively take space just to gladly welcome it and receive?
I mean, particularly, Angel's been not a non-factor when they go for those types of things. Sometimes he gets the space, but there's a start. Sugetsu on Alfier. That opens up the flank, that opens up the threats here for Fnatic that they have to consider.
Boaster grabbing the orb, grabbing the Cosmic Divide, but the knife tagged all 4.
Don't forget Durka, if he ults, he gets canceled from Zipan.
The paranoia is going to delay things for just a moment. Look how far off Boaster is, waiting for the flank, and the spike's going to follow shortly thereafter. I think they're going to try to rotate out here.
The classic has been to fake footsteps away from Fnatic and recommit.
Flash on the Prowler, and there's the ult. Not using it to counter the ult, but it is going to be used to buy some time. Leo through, and I don't know if they know that that's the case. Jump peeking every single corner, and Angel.
It's a really good smoke for him.
Yes, it is. Finding comfort
It's
in the
gonna
confines of
fade.
the smoke, and he has swayed too many targets, and he can't land a single shot. The Sheriff just not good there. Oh! Sugetsu has gotten 3 on the round. Spike planted 2v2 here, and Sugetsu has a rifle. He had a rifle. There's just nothing going their way, man. There's nothing going Navi's way. What a clinical performance out from Fnatic.
Looks like we're going back into history here. And looking at the Fnatic versus Navi core from online, where they have been firmly in the lead. Their matches on LAN at Copenhagen in the past have split, and Fnatic has made such tremendous upgrades in the offseason.
Well, there's a double op setup for Fnatic on attack.
That's just them using all the extra money that they have.
I mean, I guess if you've got it,
Oh,
right?
that Season 8 actually almost catches 2 players.
Alfier took a little bit of damage. Durka did as well, yeah.
He's juggling that op over to Mount. I think he gave it up eventually. Keep it out of the hands if they end up going for the flank, but Alfier's just holding that. Angel does have TP, he can get off and hold potentially.
And remember, it's that dastardly duo on the other side of the map that has just not found success that they're used to. The hit looks like it will end up on C. You have 3 members from Navi waiting. Showstopper! Oh, he wasn't able to get the height advantage, but he lands a shot anyway onto Shao. CNET trades it back with one of his own. 3v3 here is now all the remaining members in the round scatter. The paranoia good to delay, to buy time. Alfier drops CNED. They're split up again.
It's the same situation over and over on C. Navi finds some early fight in this, and then Fnatic just claps back. Boaster's giving himself a covey. This is 1v1 between the IGLs.
Angel was looking at the ground. Boaster able to clean that up. And now Zipon left in this 1v3. Last round of the half, too. They're playing this so well. I mean, they're not even giving them a fight right now. And then if you do get fights, you're split on both sides. What truly feels like an impossible situation. Just to get to 3 rounds and a half. If this spot right now, Bala, is not indicative of how dominant the round has been, the half has been for Fnatic, I don't know what is.
If the situation as well. The Molly, the grab well, and the wide swing. Fnatic have roared out on this second map to a 10-2 lead. This is just ridiculous. What a performance from Fnatic.
10-2 lead for Fnatic. We're going to throw it down to Yinsu yet again, who's standing by with a couple of special guests by the way of Tarek and Quarterjade.
Thank you very much, Doug and Bala. That's right, I've got Quarterjade and Tarek with me. I just want to say thank you for being here, you know, as the NA representative, because we don't really have any of them left in the tournament.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. It's a really cool opportunity for creators to be involved. I think me and Jody and the rest of the guys are all having a fantastic time, and the atmosphere is just insane in the arena.
Yeah, it's your second time as well, Jody. We saw you in Istanbul as well, so are you enjoying the Brazilian crowd here?
Yeah, I actually am enjoying this experience more just because the crowd is so hype, especially yesterday. I mean, today people showed up, but yesterday it was just so loud that it was like, I've never experienced something like that.
Shout out to them for showing up, yeah. Like
I didn't even see what I did.
No pun intended.
I do want to ask you about the game real quick. Who are you guys supporting, and what you made of the map 1 and map 2?